Hey everyone. So today we are going to look at the Agent Studio that we have been building for like last few months. Very recently we just saw that OpenAI launched their own Agent Studio, Agent Builder platform, which is a GUI based drag and drop kind of agent builder platform. You can basically drag and drop some agents and you can orchestrate them on a GUI without getting into complexities. Uh, and what we have been building is slightly similar, but I would say much more full, much more feature rich. I first would go through a demo that something similar what OpenAI has uh, thrown on their YouTube, and then we'll go through a more complex agent which covers multiple other use cases. So let's start with this that I have built for you guys, and this is the agent that OpenAI started with their demo. So this is just a flight agent. Basically, it classifies the intent. User is talking about a flight, or it is talking about an itinerary, right? And basis the user classification, user intent, what it does, it chooses one of these, flight agent or itinerary agent. In flight agent, it figures out the flight details and then sends an image card or something or widget, right? On the itinerary agent, it will generate an itinerary for you, right? So let's just go through this, and I'll quickly go through other components that we have on Agent Studio for high level. And let's start with first seeing a small demo, right? So I started with hey, could be anything, or if you would want to directly jump into something, that is also fine. But let's start with this, and I say and then let's say Bombay to Delhi, and let's say I say 16 October. So this here I'm talking about a flight, right? So basically it should go on the internet, research for the flights available for Bombay to Delhi for 16th October, and maybe give me some details on that. So this flight agent should do that, and it should basically route from classifier through an AI router decision making, and it should route to a flight agent. It should generate a response for me here. Uh, let's just wait for the response, and it takes a bit sometimes, because you are basically going to a web search, doing some research, generating an image to pair up with your flight details, and then generating an output for you. So yeah, so if you see here, it has come back with a recommended flight for my journey, right? Route Mumbai to Delhi, date, airline, flight number, and this is a travel card which is curated for me. It looks really fancy, right? Mumbai, October 16, Mumbai. And then if you see, they have given me a source from where it is giving me this flight, right? Yeah, now let's try the other one, right? Itinerary agent. So let's say I this time go with plan a day in Texas for me. And what it should ideally do is plan an itinerary for me for a day, and present that what I can do in a day in Texas, right? And same thing, right? Classification goes to a router, goes to itinerary agent. It came up with an itinerary, right? It's a concise day itinerary for Texas, centered in Austin, morning, afternoon, evening, right? How did I build that agent, right? Now, so basically what I say is this is a multi-agent system. This here represents one agent. This here represents another agent. This here represents the third agent. A router is basically routing me based on the classification. The first thing that I do is I tell it, hey, you are a helpful travel assistant. I say, hey, these are some variables that you have to extract. This is classification, right? Store as flight info itinerary depending on the classification. Now what I do is here in the AI router, I do intent detection. If classification is flight info, or if it is itinerary, right? If it is flight info, it should go to flight agent. If it is itinerary, it should go to itinerary agent. In the flight agent, you saw it. What it does is basically goes on the web. So this is the base prompt for me. A travel assistant always recommend a specific flight to go to, use airport codes, include time zone, AM, PM, create a card using image generation tool. So this is the information I've given it to my agent, that you have to generate an image, and the other one is only respond with one flight with the generated image, right? And here I have this web search tool which is fetching up date info of the flights, right? And I have an image generation tool which will create a Apple Wallet style card based on destination flight info, and basically all that gives me this agent now, right? So yeah, this is pretty much it for the first demo that we have for a flight agent or itinerary agent. but we'll come back with another. And now that I've shown you a basic agent that OpenAI demoed, right, I'll give you a much more feature-rich demo. Let's say agent that I've built for content creation, ad copies, social media posts. You would want to send it on your email, right? Again, and let's start with the components that I have on the left side. So AI agent is representing an agent that I already talked about, but then sequential is not an AI agent. Sometimes you might want to build a hybrid system in which you might already know deterministically what are the steps you want to do. For example, take user input, give some choice to user, get some details from the user, and then proceed to the agentic system, right? And then in the middle again, wait for user approval, human approval to approve something, and then proceed, or go back and then again generate something, ask for user choices, and once user chooses something, again ask some questions, again like deterministic, non-deterministic, could be AI, could be non-AI, depends on our use case, right? And then maybe hit some email. So on the left you see or sequential node, I would say, where you can attach or stack multiple actions which will not use AI. The other one is AI, where you can attach some tools which will use AI. AI router, as you saw, takes decision. End node is basically to mark end of a flow. You can mark it anywhere. Here right now I've done it once the email is sent, I've marked it as end, which marks the end of this execution. Then we have search the web to use web search. Then we have search knowledge base, which searches from your knowledge base that you have on HighLevel in the knowledge base product. MCP server, you can connect any MCP server out there. This is an MCP client which you can connect with an AI agent here. API call is third-party external API call that you can do. Then there are some GenAI nodes, audio generation, image generation, text generation, video generation. You can do anything that you want to generate and use it in your content marketing, lead generation, lead nurture, whatever type of agents you do. And some of the information that you would want to capture, email address, phone number, single choice, text input, whatever you want. Yeah, so now since we have gone through the type of things that I can do, let's try to test this out, right? I again start with a hey, it asks me what type of content I want to create. I say I want to create an ad copy, right? It'll ask me a topic, let's say Meta Ray-Bans is the ad copy that I want to generate for. It asks me for target audience and say blind folks, because we know that Meta Ray-Bans are helping blind folks to see or understand what is happening around them. I would want the tone to be persuasive for an ad copy, right? So I just choose, hey, I want a persuasive tone for this particular use case. And then it asks me, do I want to proceed to see the draft? And obviously I'm like, I would want to review what exactly it is going to send to my customers, right? Or wherever I'm going to post it. So it takes a human approval, human in the loop kind of thing. And it is a human choice. If I choose yes, it will go ahead. If I say no, it will not go ahead, right? So basically here it collected all the user inputs, it did a validation for the tone. It went to research agent, which researches about the topic on the web and fetches all the research or relevant data to it, right? And then once it is done with the web research, what it does is it moves forward, it validates are these the right SEO keywords, because I'm extracting some SEO keywords, and then it takes a user choice, hey, we want to proceed. Once I say yes, I want to proceed, it goes to AI agent and generates an image for the ad copy. So if you see, it is come up with an ad copy draft along with an image. Now it is asking me, would you like to see any variations of the draft copy or image? And for this I would say no, because today I'm like, right now I just want to move forward and I have 3 user choices, right? User wants to see variations of this, user wants to edit this, user does not want to see variations of this. So it is going to the next step. It is asking me which context should I send this to, and let's say for now I choose to send this to myself, right? And what it will do is it will search my name in the context of my CRM, which I have configured at HighLevel, right? And it uses MCP server of HighLevel to fetch my contact from my name, and then once it fetches my name, it figures out my email address, and once it figures out my email address, it sends an email address using all through MCP, right? And it says that, hey, I've sent the email, right? Now let's just go and check what is sent on my email, right? So if you see, this is what I just got, 751, right? And this is the same draft that we got in the image in the attachment, and it's like works out of the box. Obviously there are so many things that you can do with it. You can integrate it on AskAI, you can integrate it with social media planner and all those things, we might create some automated content generation. You might do some video generation because we have video generation nodes. You might do lead nurture. You might do a lot of stuff, a lot of possibilities with this. But yeah, that is all for this demo. We'll come back with a very interesting use case. Till then, thanks a lot.